A Mexican immigration agent was killed by migrants near the Texas border. Venezuelan migrants, that is. Check it out.
Mexico has detained 3 suspects over the death of a Mexican migration agent near the US border, according to state security and migration officials. The slain agent was attacked at a checkpoint when he asked a number of foreign nationals for their identification documents, Mexican Migration Agency INM said. The checkpoint was just south of Ciudad Juarez, across the border from the city of El Paso in Texas. The incident marks a rare case of deadly violence against agents weeks before Donald Trump takes office.
I got you, A76.
The US president-elect is expected to crack down on illegal immigration and try to restrict legal immigration when he returns to the White House. Hundreds of migrants waited in long lines outside an immigration office in southern Mexico on...
Look at all of those people right there, y'all. Look at all of those people right there. That's just a small tidbit of people that are looking to get over here into the United States of America, trying to get in, and Biden is doing his best to let everybody that he can and flying them all here on taxpayer dime, trying to get into the United States of America right after they killed a border agent. Look at this. Look. Let me show you something. Shout out to Bell. I appreciate you. I'm definitely going to be reading that super chat shortly. Check this out. We might as well just classify ourselves as Canada when it comes to our healthcare system and our tax dollars, because it's a free-for-all. You see this young kid that's in a wheelchair? You see him? He's going to be leveraging, if he gets into the United States of America, he's going to be leveraging our phenomenal healthcare system that does not necessarily require you to pay anything, but they can't restrict a doctor from going to see you. It is law. They have to see you. And so he's going to get this phenomenal healthcare that doctors went to school for and nurses went to school for and taxpayers are going to have to cover, which is one of the reasons why you see hospitals go out of business. He's going to come over here. They're going to look to become American citizens, and they're going to look to get on Medicare, Medicaid, and take advantage of the system. I'm telling you. I'm just telling you how it plays out.
Monday, they hope to secure safe passage north and enter the US legally before Trump returns to power. Salvadoran migrant Jose Escobar.
Like every migrant, we are afraid. But well, he knows what he is going to do with all of us entering legally. We're doing it in the healthiest and most feasible way possible to avoid mistakes, such as entering illegally.
State investigators reported that the agent suffered a head injury and his body exhibited, quote, signs of violence.
You don't say. You don't say that Venezuelan migrants in Mexico is killing border agents now. Interesting. In addition to that, let me also share this story really quickly. The FBI is saying that it seized the biggest cache of explosives in the history from Virginia, from a Virginia farm. Check it out. Hey, man, be careful about these migrants, bro.
To some breaking news now. The FBI arresting a Virginia man earlier this month after finding what prosecutors describe as the largest seizure of homemade explosives in Bureau history. In court documents, prosecutors say Brad Kenneth Spafford is an extreme danger to the community, and they're trying to keep him in jail. They say he had a stockpile of more than 150 pipe bombs, with some preloaded into a wearable vest. Let's get right to our Ken Delaney. And Ken, what is Spafford charged with right now, and what else did investigators say they found?
As of now, Valerie, he's only charged with illegally possessing a short-barreled, unregistered rifle. But it seems pretty clear they're planning more charges. They were arguing to this federal judge that he should not be released on bond because he's a danger to the community, not only because they recovered that massive cache of explosives, but because he appears to be an anti-government extremist. They said that he was using pictures of President Biden for target practice, and he talked to a neighbor about bringing back political assassinations. So he appears to have some very extreme beliefs, and the federal government wants him behind bars.
Well, let's start here, right? Because again, I don't believe in extremes on either side of the fence, right? Not the people that was allegedly trying to assassinate Trump, or the people that are allegedly trying to assassinate. You got to be a sick individual to try to assassinate a man that looks to be having dementia and losing his faculties in Biden. You have to be. Biden looked like he operating the same as Jimmy Carter was prior to his passing. So you gonna waste your life on a person that looked like he ain't even in his right mind in the first place. Why would you do that? See, that's how I know that people are insane and they sick. That's how I know that people are insane and they sick. Is because you would actually put effort into a man that don't even look like he got all of his faculties right now. I know you crazy. I know you in room 9. I know you in room 9. And you the dummy. Y'all the type of people to go and order supply. I want to order target practice. You putting that in your Google search bar. Yes, give me target practice Biden with a target around his face. Red flag, FBI be like, yeah, go ahead and check that farm over there in Virginia. And he looked like he got frizzy hair. Go ahead and check that farm in Virginia. I'm pretty sure he's an extremist when he's ordering targets with Biden's face on it.
That's where he is right now while a judge considers the evidence, Valerie.
We know he was only recently arrested, but this investigation goes back at least a year, right?
That's right. A neighbor became interested in him when he moved to the area near Norfolk, Virginia, and noticed that he had lost some fingers and learned that it was because of his handling of homemade explosives. And that
yeah, that's probably a sign that you don't really want him as a neighbor. Hey man, what's going on with your fingers over there? I sewed them up myself because I lost them in some explosives. Yeah, let me call the FBI and see what's going on. But see, this is what we have to start doing inside of the hood. This is what we got to start doing inside of the neighborhood. We have to start taking interest. No more minding your own business. Nope. Hey man, what happened to your fingers? Why your hands bleeding? Oh, I had lost them in an explosive accident that I was testing some stuff out with. Yeah, all right, cool. Give me a second. FBI, please. Can you please come check out my neighbor? He lost his fingers. Yeah. We need to do that inside of the communities. If we did that, because again, I say it all the time, we know who the dealers are. We know who the killers are. We know who everybody is that's doing some of the worst things inside of our communities. You know who the jackers are, the robbers are. You know who the scammers are. If all y'all did was help assist the police officers and getting these people off the streets, you would then make your neighborhood infinitely safer, and then your kids can walk down the street. But no, we want to manage your business. No, stop selling drugs inside of stop blowing your fingers off. And then I won't pay attention. If you walking around like this, hey man, where your fingers at? Hey man, give me 5. And you keep giving me dap all day, that's a problem. If I notice that your hands look like this and you actually got your fingers out, that's a problem. I need to find out what's going on. Hey man, where your hands at? Was you born like that? Or is that a recent accident? Nah, so that's more recent? Okay, give me a second. Let me get the police on the phone. Oh, no. Everything cool. I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to somebody in here. Hey, Rita, call the police real quick. Yeah, I'm going to keep my eye on him. I don't want to take my eyes off of him. Call the police real quick. We need to know what's happening with his hands. Why he ain't got no fingers? I need to know. I need to know why you don't have, I need the context. Nope, I'm not just minding my business. I need to know the context as to why you don't have fingers. That's just the way that I do things. So shout out to the FBI for finally doing something. What's up, sister? I love you. Shout out to the FBI for doing their job. And then last but not least, everybody going back to work. They're expecting much more traffic now that Amazon in particular is forcing all of their employees back into the office. Check it out.
The new year means big changes here in Seattle. Starting this week, Amazon workers are required to return to the office full time. Good afternoon. Thanks for being with us for the news at 5. I'm Matthew Smith.
And I'm Lauren Donovan. While local businesses are excited for tens of thousands of people back in town every day, drivers will be dealing with the impacts. Fox 13's AJ Janavel tells you what your commute will look like in the new year.
All right, even though we're seeing some backups here behind me, in comparison to what it was like before 2020, this is light. And right now, it's rush hour. Experts tell me with this new change coming, unfortunately, you might be the one that has to do more work to avoid traffic. Starting Thursday, get ready to sit and wait. That's the day about 50,000 Amazon employees are expected to return to Bellevue and Seattle offices full-time.
I forgot. Yeah. This is a reminder. It's not going to be great.
Even in the middle of the afternoon on the day before New Year's Eve, traffic can still back up here in downtown Seattle near Amazon headquarters. Imagine what it will look like with...
Hey, they getting sassy what they editing. Hey, fam, I got this new trick. Yeah, you stand on one side of the street, we're going to record it, we're going to speed it up on the other side of the street, and then it's going to be sick. It's going to be sick. I see what y'all got going on. All right, news. Finally, Fox 13 getting caught up. All right, let's get it. Legacy.
Tens of thousands of more commuters in the area.
This conversation is me thinking about that right now.
Vera Acolo tells me she already goes out of her way to avoid traffic in Seattle. And she started working here in 2020, never even seeing how bad the gridlock got before COVID. And since those backed up days in downtown, the city has changed, including a new arena which brings in thousands weekly for games and concerts.
There's going to be more people on the road. And so that's when, that extra travel time is really going to play part into it, where people need to leave extra time to get there.
According to an INREX study, Amazon's first return to the office back in 2023, requiring 3 in-person days a week, led to slowdowns throughout the region, including a 35% drop in speeds on I-90. Aisha Dayal with WashDOT tells me the department is monitoring what the impacts of the extra drivers will mean for roads. But unfortunately for your commute, you might have some homework daily if you want to avoid traffic headaches.
Look at their routes before they go. So we have a lot of resources that we have available on our website, downloading the app, and that gives that real-time traffic information for people.
Acolo tells me this upcoming change may lead to a practical New Year's resolution for her commute.
Walk more.
Now, even though growth does mean more traffic, it also means more options. Specifically, in the last few years, the light rail has expanded throughout the region, creating more stops, which could lead to less time on the roads, depending.
Yeah, y'all need to learn how to use public transportation more effectively. When I'm downtown and when the weather is permitting, and even when the weather is not permitting, and I'm going into the studio most of the time, I try to take my bike or I take public transportation, and it's dope. You get to see more of the city. You get to get out the house. You don't get nagged by the chick that you land next to all the time. Yeah, listen, get out the house. Get out the house. Get your Apple Watch popping. Get your steps in. Get back to work. Get back to work. Nope. We don't care about you complaining. Nope. And you don't got no choice, because guess what? Guess what? Don't go in and get laid off. Don't go in and get laid off. Federal workers, y'all on notice.